Everybody, my name is Mickey Acorn. Welcome to Offbeat Photography's The Music Room Sessions. If you watched episode 1 of this season, you would have seen me give Martin LaRue a CD by Toni Z. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Toni Z.
Hello. First song is Carmen. Oh Carmen, you have a beautiful name and your smile, that's a present much dearer than any precious stone can be. Oh Carmen, can get you out of my mind and I feel all the tender vibrations. You are so close to me. Before I ever seen her, let no be with her. Shoot straight into my heart with a smile. She sent me her thoughts. And although we are apart, now I wanted to know I love her. Oh Carmen, you have a beautiful name and your smile, that's a present much dearer than any precious stone can be. Oh Carmen, can get you out of my mind and I feel all the tender vibration. You are so close to me. You know that I can leave with you into a sunshine land. And you know that I can leave with you into a dream of our own. 'Cause in the meantime you will find somebody else to be your man, oh no. And only writing emails isn't the thing that you need. I know I won't hold you, and I know I won't have you. And I spend the rest of my life only dreaming of you. I have never felt her, let alone kissed her. I am surrounded by her and I think I would love to fall into her sweet sea of love. I'd like to climb a mountain. Oh Carmen, you have a beautiful name and your smile, that's a present much dearer than any precious stone can be. Oh Carmen, get out of my mind and I feel all the tender vibrations. You are so close to me. Oh Carmen, oh Carmen, oh Carmen, Carmen.
So everybody knows, full disclosure, I do know Toni. This isn't our first time we've met. Toni, our show is trying to help songwriters improve their craft, improve their process. For you, what comes first, lyrics or
yes,
melody?
Of course, lyrics is the first for me. The melody comes afterward. It rarely happens that the melody and let's say a catchy line comes into my mind, but it's really not very often. Usually I have a catchy line and I keep it for a while, and then the next line, and then whenever I get the first verse, I start to practice. And with practicing every day, I get the second verse, and then the chorus also appears. That's about the way it works in my brain. So,
where do you put these lyrics?
of course, I write them down on a very normal piece of paper. I do not use any kind of modern devices.
Okay, I see.
I'm old enough now.
Do you have a notebook though, or are you just using pieces of
This one.
loose leaf? Okay, like that. Okay.
Only this kind of things.
A4.
Yes, A4. Very good.
And when you are, how do you know you have a lyric that is worthy of a melody?
This is private, but I'm gonna disclose it now.
Okay, all right. That's why.
Every morning, my wife gets into the shower, and toilet, shower, and hairdo. That takes a while, maybe 40 minutes, and it's in the morning at around 7:30. And that's when I pick up the guitar, and that's a real good time to get inspirations for guitar things, like usually a chord sequence.
Okay.
That's about, and then I just keep it for a while until I can play the chord sequence well, and then in the course of time, I know the connection of this sequence to some kind of lyrics that I have stored somewhere.
Okay.
I have enough, you know.
So, at that moment where you're worried about the chords and the melody, how long does it usually take you to connect that to something you may have written down on a piece of paper?
Yeah, well, at the average, sometimes it happens in a week,
Okay.
but sometimes it happens in a few years.
Yeah, okay.
I really have lyrics that are waiting there for a few years.
Right,
And
okay. All right, let's talk about the next song you're gonna play. What's the title of the next song?
oh, then yeah, that's my latest song.
Okay.
It's called "Going the Extra Mile," and this was like an exception. This, what do you say? The song and the lyrics, they connected very well, and they were originally made for Michael,
Okay.
the producer, and he asked, "Could you?"
Michael, who produced your first album.
Yes, that's right. That's right. He's producing the second album.
Yeah, and the
Anyway,
second is coming.
so
yeah.
this will be on the second album, and he asked me, "Can't you write a song that I arrange? No guitar, nothing, only for what do you say, piano." He's
Okay.
a pianist, a very good pianist, and maybe I put some strings in it. That's all I wanted to, and I took these lyrics that I have for a while, and I made it very like.
So open,
So,
allowing other things.
Yeah,
to be
and
added.
minor chords,
Okay.
so he could put a lot of what do you say, a piano and strings in it, and then I played it to him, and he ran out of the room. My God, that's not.
What do you mean? Explain.
No, he didn't like it.
He didn't like. Okay.
I knew right away when
Okay.
I saw. I mean, he didn't tell me. Oh my God, he told me later.
Okay.
He ran out, and it was like, oh my God. But then at the same, like 10 minutes later, we had the idea to play it a little faster, like.
Okay.
That's all we did, and we recorded it right away.
Okay.
And I really like the song.
And so, how do you think it's different compared to your usual process then? Because it came so quickly?
That's
Or-
right. That's right. Usually I play like for 2 months or 3 months every day at home until I really know how to play the song, and then I go to the producer or I play live wherever we
Right,
go,
right.
and just to practice to see what happens. But this one was faster.
How did you feel about having a deadline like that for like a producer actually telling you to do it?
No, I would not allow anybody to do that.
No, but I mean, obviously, you usually have inspiration. You usually take your time. And this was something that he said, "Okay, I want you to do this." Did that?
Yeah, but he didn't give me a deadline.
Okay, he
He
didn't
just
give you a
whenever
deadline,
write me a song in a year or two,
Sure.
whatever. But
How long between him telling you and you writing it?
I think 4 days.
4 days, yeah.
3 or 4 days.
So he didn't give you a deadline, but it only took 4 days.
I had my deadline.
okay.
I said, he told me, so I have to do something, you know. That's about the pressure I have. Not pressure. If somebody tells me to do something, I do things.
Okay.
If nobody tells me, then I have my time.
You're on your own.
It's
Okay,
okay.
so this is going the extra mile.
The extra mile, that's right. And for people who maybe don't know English that well, this is about escaping from the everyday treadmill.
Oh, I love it. I love escaping that.
Yeah, listen to the song.
All right, here we go.
Then let's escape the everyday, what do you say,
The rat race,
the rat
yeah,
wheel,
yeah.
by going the extra mile. You know of dreams, the chance of choice. So take the turn to where you learn to be out there, out of the rat wheel, to be out there where you can feel what can be done without the run through the social fair that ties you everywhere, that makes you cry out loud, makes you wanna shout, and that makes you wanna run away from the social pain. And you're exposed to secret emotions when you're facing planned illusions under a blanket of lies, and you realize that I start right from the start, not to uncover to your heart, cause insisting in a lie would to make it into truth. So fire, my Firebird, oh Firebird, oh take me away, leaving social planes and cruising outer lanes, flying out of skies, going the extra mile. It's a cry and shame that those social pains last a life and more than you can bear, cause it's not fair to have you pose in a picture that isn't drawn by you, to have you drown in a river that isn't run by you, to have your flame blown out by a wind that isn't blown by you. Firebird, my Firebird, oh Firebird, now take me away, leaving social planes and cruising outer lanes, and flying out of sky, going the extra mile. Let me go, let me go, let me go, the extra mile. That was the extra mile. Thank you.
For everybody at home, Tony, where are you from?
I am from Germany.
Germany. Where in Germany?
Southern Germany. It's 2 hours north of Hamburg.
Okay.
And it's Frankenschuh.
Okay.
It's Nuremberg. It's the biggest city
Okay.
of Franken.
Yeah.
Older people maybe heard about Nuremberg after the war.
Sure. Yeah. It was a trial.
Yeah, it was a trial, but it's okay.
Okay.
It's a long time ago.
And when were you in your first band?
Yeah, that was 1964.
Okay.
So the thing is something that it was really a coincidence. My parents, they insisted on me playing some kind of instrument.
Okay.
Which did you choose, a piano or a violin, which was normal.
Okay, yeah.
And I really did. And I said, okay, since you insist, let me play the guitar.
Okay.
And so I started, and I
How old was that?
16. I think.
16, okay.
Yeah. So, and I fell in love right away, and I practiced from morning to night. I mean, I was at school, of course, not in the morning.
Yeah.
In Germany, you only go until 1 o'clock.
Oh.
So I practiced all the time, and on weekends, 12 hours, 8 to 8. I couldn't stop. So, and at that time, the Beatles became famous. You know this, maybe 63. They were famous in England before, but 63 was their time to hit the world about. So, the first band I was in, there was like, maybe somebody heard of the Shadows, Cliff Richard,
Oh,
you
okay,
know.
yeah,
That was our solo guitar player in this band. Besides, it was the only band that I was not the leader.
Oh, okay.
That was somebody asked me to. So he was a real expert on Shadows. But we were like Beatles and do the hearts, the beat. At that time we called it beat music, right? It was not rock music, it was beat music.
Right.
So we did this, and then he left the band because I cannot stand your. At that time, it was really, really rough. Like,
like how I play.
oh no! It was you play. No. I mean, with the electric guitar and on stage, then stomping your feet like really wild, and you didn't care so much about if everything was correct.
Okay, right.
Give it and people at that time, there was part of audience that liked it a lot, you know. So in my small pond, we became very famous at that time. So
but
we weren't.
Sorry, you guys are singing English songs?
Yeah, of course.
Not German songs then.
At that time, to sing a German song, that was a no. You cannot do that.
Really?
Everybody said you cannot sing a rock song in German lyrics. That's impossible. But a very, very close friend of mine proved differently.
Okay.
He and his band, they were the first band in Germany to introduce rock music with German lyrics, and now they are in the German history, rock history.
I see.
Yes. So, and we're still together. He's mentioned on the CD.
Okay.
Yeah, he's mentioned. His idea was the thing with the anime. He said, you live in Tokyo, you have to put anime on your... I thought, well, it's a kind of a strange idea, but let him have his way.
Okay.
Everybody who has the CD says, are there children's songs on
Yeah.
So, but I always say, like I told Michael, I said, the essence of my life is to surprise people.
Okay,
So
good.
just turn around the CD, then you will see my
reaction.
what I really am like when I play.
Do you remember the first song you wrote?
Yes, of course, it's Ljubljana.
Ljubljana.
That was the story itself, all my songs have real background.
Sure, there's stories.
There's stories. Or if it's social things, then the social circumstances. But this lady, it was in 1980. I went to Ljubljana, which nobody knows. It's the capital of Slovenia, and I tried to find my way. And she was like 16, and she in German language. Can I help you somehow? And then it led to the song. Okay. But I wrote it in '83.
Okay.
It was the first, and right after I wrote that song that I played now. Not before the first, it was Carmen.
Okay.
Okay, that's my first two songs. And these were the only two songs that I ever played with one of my bands in life. We always had covers only. We were a pretty good cover band, but it never appeared to me.
Can't make money playing originals, right? Yeah. So what are you going to play? What are you going to play next?
Next I play, let's say, Beautiful Lady.
Okay, and so tell me a little bit about the process of how you came up with this one.
Well, this is also a real story, and it happened in our base, in our home base, Stoppers. It was, yeah, it was
That's
toppers.
Toppers.
It was in 2015. I think it was a little Halloween party.
Okay.
And I went to the toilet, you know, the
Yeah,
venue.
at the back, yeah. by
And
the
there was
kitchen,
a lady, we know both of them,
Okay.
because she smiled at me, and I went to and I came back, she still smiled at me, and I say, hi, hello, can I buy you a drink? Because
Because you're already inspired.
and do you want a glass of champagne? And then I said, can I ask your name? And she said, Toni, you are so bad. I told you already 3 times. And this is in the song, you know. And then I really felt compelled. But they didn't have champagne there.
I see.
So we only had a glass of wine or something. So, and then this was also very, very quick, because 2 weeks later she told me my birthday is in 2 weeks. I said, for excusing me, for making it up to you, I'm going to write a song for you. And I did. I really did right away.
Right.
So.
So you gave yourself the deadline that time.
Of course, this happens, you know, but nobody else could do that.
Okay, all right, well, give it up.
Okay, beautiful lady. Beautiful lady, standing alone there at the bar. May I buy you a drink? I can see that your smile isn't far. So what is it you choose? Do you want a glass of champagne? Beautiful lady, may I ask your name? You told me before and I forgot, oh what a shame. Now let me make it up to you, can I buy a glass of champagne? Oh, I see, it's just a beer, 0 alcohol, that's clear. You got it, my dear, 'cause it is so nice to have you here. It is so nice to have you here. Beautiful lady, your lovely birds fill the air. What are you saying? Your birthday will be soon. Now let's meet on that day and drink a whole bottle of champagne. Oh, I see, it's just a beer, 0 alcohol, it's clear. You've got it, my dear, 'cause it is so nice to have you here. It is so nice to have you here. It is so nice to have you here, my beautiful lady. It is so nice to have you here, my beautiful lady. It is so nice to have you here, my beautiful lady. It is so nice to have you here, my beautiful lady. It is so nice to have you here, my beautiful lady, to have you here.
it was a really nice photo with the band Molise.
Oh yeah, my friends.
What? Yeah. So tell me, what's the connection with you and Molise?
Yeah, that's a nice one. You know the Slow Wolves Club?
Yes.
That is a
of course.
band. We know them. Then the first time I played at Angas in Chiba, they
On the live house in Chiba.
yeah, Live House Chiba. Everybody go there. So, so they invited me to their show in Tokyo right away. She said, "You have to come to our show." It was in May. A little later, you played there too.
Okay.
And when there was a warm up and I tuned the guitar and the string broke, and somehow strange the string broke and the end of the string entered my finger, like until
like a nurse's
yeah
prick
right
kind of
like
thing?
a syringe. It had never happened, you know. Usually bang or something.
Right, or in
It
your
went in
eyeball,
there and
yeah.
it stayed there. And the two girls from Molise, they came in there. Do you need something? So we got close. And
So you had a guitar splinter.
that's
Is that
right.
way, like a guitar string splinter in your?
No,
in your
the
finger?
whole
whole
string.
string.
It came pong. It came in there and it stayed there.
Okay.
So of course I took it out. It was not such
Sure.
a big thing. A little,
You got nursed.
little
You got
nursed
nursed,
by
okay,
Molise girls, and that's how we got close. And I went to their show, and they really. That evening when they played, I went so out of my mind because I never expected music like that.
So what about it hit you then?
The whole thing, the sound that they had, and the kind of modern music for me,
Okay,
other young people, they have it in tons and tops, but I never listened to music on the radio or anything, so I never knew. And there was such the whole like when they played, it was so magic that I grabbed Paul of Slow Wolves. I grabbed him, and I never in my life danced. Never in my life, young or old.
Right.
And I grabbed him and I danced around the floor with him, with Molise, and they saw that, you know, and they contacted me right away. They said, "You obviously seem to enjoy our show. Please come again." And then we got really connected.
Great.
Like even yesterday morning, I got mail from America.
Okay.
They are good
Yeah,
in
they're in
America.
Buffalo right now.
Yeah, but
They are,
for more than half a year, or for almost a year.
Right.
And they seem to have modest success there, so they don't plan to come back.
Yeah. So that's great.
Okay.
All right. What's the next song you're gonna play?
It's called Changing Stages. That I can tell you. This was a thing like I wrote it in I started to write it in 92, I think. And slowly
Okay.
it developed.
What do you think kept it unfinished then for so long? How did you know when it finally was finished?
Okay. At that time, I was with my last band in Germany,
Yeah.
came to Japan and gave up playing the guitar for 17 years. And that's, you know, and I just didn't think about it. Because I came to Japan, I was 48, I thought, who is going to play rock and roll with a grandpa like that? You know, I didn't know about the scene here, anything. So I gave up, and 17 years, and then by some twist of fate, I got this guitar at Costco.
Okay. Yeah.
At Costco, and then I thought, just for pastime, when I retire, then I have something to do at home. You know, that's all my intentions, playing Hotel California or something like that. Yeah, really. Imagine or things like that.
Sure.
So, and then just 1 week later, I opened some kind of closet and I found the lyrics that I wrote in Germany. I wrote them. I never played music. I kept those two, but I had 32 lyrics. I found them. I thought I left them in Germany. So yes, I left it. I found them, and then because they were, like you said, they were a little young. So I rewrote them all. Like I put, let's say, 3 lyrics together, made one song out of them somehow. But it's too much to explain. It took a long time. But this is one of the songs. Okay. Okay. I was living circumstances of my time, colliding with the spotlights of my life. I was pushed into a bustling marketplace. I was pushed into a stage without love, oh without love. It was a stage, what a crazy show. It was a stage, heading for a black door. I was touched then by a sparkle of an eye. I was touched then by a tender, loving smile. I was sent here by a fate without a reason. I was sent here 'cause I was ready for a change, for a change. Circumstances uncontrolled caused a change of stages in my life and pushed me to this magic field where I got to know money isn't all, where I got to know that things do happen for love, and a growing love is breaking the money power spell. And a growing love breaks the money power spell. It was a change, no more crazy shows. It was a change, heading for a white door. It was a change, no more crazy shows. No, it was a change, heading for heaven's door, for heaven's door. I'm flying in the air. I'm flying in the air. I'm flying out there in the air. I'm flying out there in the air. And I don't care about anybody's revolution. And I don't care about politicians' mind pollution. 'Cause I'm flying out there in the air. I'm flying out there in the air. I'm flying out there in the air. I made it big.
Nobody knows unless you say it. How do you deal, or maybe you don't, maybe you don't even have this, but
Okay.
I find when I'm talking to a lot of songwriters, a lot of the problem they have is dealing with like their inner critic, their person inside their head that says, don't say that, don't do that, I shouldn't say that, or I shouldn't reveal that. Do you have a problem with that?
No,
I don't think so. I didn't
no,
think so.
I don't think. I have nothing to hide, so
Yeah.
I mean, I can write about it.
Right.
And I don't think I write anything that should not be said.
Sure, it's
I
not
don't
controversial,
think-
but
that's right.
I think it's something for anybody who's watching this, on the YouTubes, that, a lot of people really do have a problem with censoring themselves. And I think I knew the answer before I asked the question,
Yeah,
but I think
that's
you're
right, that's
such
right.
a great example to a songwriter
Oh, thank
to
you.
just do it, just write it.
That's right. That's
You know?
right. Do go for it.
Just go for it, and
It's-
you have a lot of there's a lot of emotion, there's a lot of sentimental things going on in your songs, and I think a lot of people might be too shy to do that.
I'm not.
You're not. No. That's
Okay.
that's the.
There's nothing to be hidden.
That's the. So, what would you say is your biggest piece of advice to a, even younger than me, songwriter who wants to improve their songwriting? What would you tell them?
Okay, first I would say, go for it. Write down your ideas and don't criticize them in the beginning, because you never know what will happen if you develop your. Nobody is perfect in the beginning.
Right.
Nobody. So even a song you write in the beginning, it's nothing, But slowly you find more ideas, you add to them, and give yourself time and practice and practice and practice.
So it's just really about labor, about time.
Yeah, it's time, and give yourself time. Not most, I don't know, but many people, they don't think they have time enough to do. Just wait, it will come here. The impossible happens. It turns right out of the blue. The fire flower from heaven. It comes and it surrounds you. It enters your entity and spinning sparkles. And then it cocoons you in creative craziness. It fills you with bitterness, and it gets you accustomed to incredible instants of sleepless serenity. And serenity subsides, and sparkles submerge, and craziness collides with the low side of your life. And I always thought it was impossible. Yes, I always thought it was impossible. And then it wrecks you with wonderful words, and then it hangs you from relishing roads, and then it drowns you in whirlpools of wild. And then it kills you with naked knives. Again it fills you with bitterness, and it gets you accustomed to incredible instants of sleepless serenity. Till serenity subsides, and sparkles submerge, and craziness collides with the low side of your life. And you always thought it was impossible, and you always thought it was impossible. Yeah, you always thought it was impossible, and you always thought it was impossible. Now my rings are in the pawn shop, they are waiting to be redeemed. They are lined up with booties and hoops that can never be retrieved. And the impossible does happen, cause it won't be here to stay. But the fire flower from heaven, it will sure come again. Oh, I know, I know. 'cause it's already here. It is already here. Okay.
All right, Tony. So I think you heard me say before that
Oh,
the
yeah.
first episode that I
Yeah.
hosted, Martin LaRue got your CD.
Oh yeah.
And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to give you a CD in return.
Thank you.
This is actually a Canadian songwriter from my hometown. His name is Dennis Ellsworth, and this is the album is called Things Change.
Yeah.
Things Change. And I think he really exemplifies the same kind of attitude you have with music, where
Yeah,
he
correct.
just keeps writing.
Yes.
He just keeps doing it. And if you're at home, just keep writing.
I will.
Right?
Don't worry. You will hear.
Yeah, please, and let me know what you think of it.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Toni Z.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Stay tuned for our next episode of the Music Room Sessions, which will feature Charles Cullen.
Well, thank you for joining us for the Music Room Sessions live here in Infinity Books in Asakusa.
Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Stick around for more videos.